Guess who got in a hoodie? Guess who got in a hoodie? Na 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 na. Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leah from Happy Ham Ham, and today I am celebrating getting 100 subscribers. Now that sounds like a small number to some people, but to me that is a huge number, and I am so grateful for you guys. I really am, because I know I sound daft here, but I really try with my content, and I have so many technical problems with my laptop right now, so I really have been struggling and trying. So I'm really grateful that the channel is still growing and progressing and things like that. But it made me sort of think about what it was like 5 years ago when I started this channel. For you guys that aren't aware, because quite a few of you are new, I actually started this channel 5 years ago when I got my first hamster cookie. I removed a whole load of my videos, and the reason for it is because I was actively giving people poor advice, and I decided that until I had improved the cages and improved my own knowledge, I wouldn't be coming back to the channel. The reason I'm doing this video today is because I wasn't the only one that started off poorly. There's a whole load of us out there. If you've been in any hamster communities, such as online on the hamster forums or even Facebook pages, there's a whole load of them. I'm in quite a few of them myself. I actually am a mod in 2 of them, and I own one as well. So there's a whole community out there of people that started off poorly and have slowly built themselves up. So I reached out to a few of them, and we're going to share our starter cages with you guys, as well as letting you guys see how we have progressed and how much better we're doing, and I'm so excited. I should probably have gave you guys a head up today. I have had coffee, and coffee, even only one shot, makes me go a bit doolally and a little hyper. So if I start jibber jabbering away, I'm so sorry. I lost my phone. Right, okay. So I'm going to be looking at the images on my phone and talking to you guys at the same time. I'll have the images that I'm looking at somewhere on the screen. I don't know where, probably around here-ish sort of area. I don't know. I'll see when it comes to editing, okay? Leave me alone. Now, I'm actually going to start off with my friend Louise, okay? She's actually a really important member of the hamster rescue page that I run, because she works with Mandy as a fosterer for the hamsters and small animals that Mandy takes in. And on top of that as well, she's also a driver. She's been known to drive to locations. I've met her when we were dropping off a couple of robos and things like that for Mandy. So she's a very important member to the community for me. And obviously she started her journey in the exact same place as most of us did, and that was listening to pet shop advice and getting a small cage. So the first thing you notice is the hamster is actually monkey barring, which means that the cage size is actually too small. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, the UK minimum is actually 620 square inches. So that is 80 centimetres in length and 50 centimetres in width minimum. You can obviously mess around with those. For example, Badger's cage is 70 centimetres by 70 centimetres. So you can mess around a little bit with the numbers, but ideally you want to try and keep a cage around that sort of size. And this cage is very obviously not that size. The hamster is almost monkey barring basically, which is a sign of stress in a cage being too small. You also have, I have no idea how on earth, like I've just noticed there's a height at the very top of this cage. I have no idea how the hamster would get even fit in that, because it looks really small. Now I'm going to address levels. A lot of people think that if a hamster cage has got levels, that counts towards the square inches. It unfortunately doesn't, and see, to be honest with you guys, hamsters have not got good eyesight, and the amount of stories that I've heard of people who've had levelled cages and the hamster's fallen off and broke something or hurt themselves, it is such a high number, so you're actually much better off just not risking that at all and getting one flat level. There is some cages like the Alaska cage and the Hamster Haven that have a level, but it's shallow enough that if the hamster was to fall off of it, they're not going to hurt themselves because it's not that high. Height cages are just, they're no good. You're better off avoiding them and sticking to something like the Alaska. The wheel as well is tiny. I can't tell exactly what the size of that wheel is, but I'm going to go out on a whim here and say it's probably around, I think it's either a 4-inch or 6-inch wheel. I can't tell, and if you're not aware, Syrian hamsters need at least a 10-inch wheel, but they're hard to come by here in the UK, so we actually just recommend you get the next size up, which is 11 and 12. For example, you can get the Carolina Storm bucket wheel. You've got Trixie wheels, Trixie wooden wheels, and so on. And they're really good. In fact, I think I've got one. I've got one of each of them actually. I've got Bru's got the Carolina Storm wheel, Badger's got the Trixie wheel, and then Perch has got the Trixie wooden wheel. So, and these are all 12 inches and things like that. So you're actually better off just sticking to those sizes there. And I'm going to just point out as well, even if we were to get a proper sized wheel into that cage, you're not going to actually have much room for the actual hamster. There's no other hides. Sorry, it's just dawned on me, there's no other hides other than that one that I think the hamster wouldn't even fit into. And I don't see any chew toys. Oh my days, do you know something? When Louise sent me this over, she turned around and she's like, are you ready for the cringe? And I just kind of glanced and it was just seeing the actual cage and not the contents of the cage. There is no chew toys in there. What were you thinking, lady? We're kind of pals, so don't worry, I'm not sitting there just bashing her for no reason. Yeah, no, that's really, really surprising that there's not a single chew toy in there. But I'm sitting here bashing it. Remember, this is all about celebrating how far we have came, and Louise's upgrade is so good. So good. So this is Louise's upgraded cage. Now, as you can see there, she's got not just an upgraded cage, but an upgraded wheel as well. Now, that looks like a 12-inch wheel to me, but it might actually be a 10 or 11. It's hard to tell in this particular angle. I'm going to say it's a 12. Louise, please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong there. But either way, it is a decent-sized wheel. Now, what I really like about this is the excess bedding. So there's a lot more bedding than there was, obviously, in the last one. And there's also a lot more enrichment there. So there's some climbing things that aren't going to be too high up that if the hamster was to fall, they're going to hurt themselves with. There's more hides in there. I'm saying there's more. I mean, there is hides. Then you've got the... I'm trying to zoom in and it's not letting me. Okay, so it's not going to let me zoom in. But you can see there's a couple of other things like the tunnel there, there's the stones, we've got the little footballs on top of the house, that's so cute. Oh, that's nice, I like that. So yeah, no, there's a whole load of more enriching things there that are really good for these animals. A lot of the time people think we'll get a hamster and we'll put them in a cage, and that's basically it, unfortunately. But these guys get bored so easily, and unfortunately there's not enough in kind of what's the word I'm looking for, puzzle toys that you can get for hamsters. We need more of them. In fact, my friend who owns the hamster page Homemade for Hamsters on Facebook has actually sat and she does a whole load of tutorials on how to make these kind of DIY cardboard chew toys and enriching toys. So it's like you can shove treats and food and things, and they have to try and work out how to get it out and things like that. So I keep saying she needs to do YouTube, but she will only listen to me. Pure threatening you need to do it. But yeah, no, back to Louise. So you can see here in this second picture, Louise has really improved on her cage. I think she said, in fact, I know exactly what size it was. The size of this cage is 660 square inches. No, it's not. It's 666 square inches. My lucky number. So yeah, no, it's a massive improvement from what you previously had, and I love it. I love the style. I love the style. I think the style's the thing that I like the most, because I don't like traditional looking cages, and this doesn't look like a traditional looking cage. And I want to know how it is that you get it to stay up. Is that a mad wee doodad? This is the problem. I love my coffee table cage, but I have to place it against my bookcase in order to open it up and make sure it doesn't break on me. So, but I like the fact it has a wee hinge and things like that, and I love the entire setup. I think you've done an amazing job, so well done, and thank you so much for learning more and caring more. Louise, unfortunately, has been barred from a certain pet shop in her local area because she turned around and told a member of the public who was looking at getting a tiny cage that it would destroy the hamster's life, and she was escorted out by 2 managers. Yeah. I love you, love. I really do. Thank you so much for saying the things that we all want to say. So yeah, no, that's Louise's cage there. So thank you so much for sending those over to me and actually taking part in this, because it is fun seeing where people start off. So the next person that I'm going to be talking about is Leah, who is somewhere in the US, I believe. And it's not me, it's another person. Hold on, it's another person with the same name as me. And let me have a look here. So, I'm trying to find it. Now, Leah has sent me over 2 different pictures with the same cage, okay? I'm going to pick one to kind of talk about, and that's the one that I can see the majority of the cage in. You can clearly see this hamster monkey barring. There's no ifs or buts this. This is a very, very unhappy and stressed hamster. Leah had said that she believes the size of the cage in this photo is actually 100 square inches, which is tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And she knows it. And she's got, I'm hoping nobody minds me sitting there bashing them, considering the fact these are their old kind of setups and things. Because like I said, the entire point of this video is to kind of celebrate how far everybody's came and how far we've grown and developed on this journey of ours. Now, first of all, the cage size, as I've said, is tiny, but so is the wheel. That wheel there has probably been a part of this cage, and it's so tiny. And again, I don't see any hides, and I don't see any chew toys either. So there's nothing really in there for enrichment or anything like that. I just can't get away with how unhappy that poor little hamster looks. I'm sorry, Leah, I'm so sorry. But that does look like a very unhappy hamster, but we had only just started this journey, and that makes it so much better when you see how far Leah has actually came. Leah has actually upgraded to a detolf cage, and I believe that looks like a Carolina Storm wheel there, and I can see so many good things. For anyone that isn't aware, I personally love woodland kind of themes and natural cage setups, and that is exactly what Leah has done. She's got a whole load of cork in there, cork tunnels, wooden hides. But I definitely think that looks like a Carolina Storm wheel. I've got the exact same one but in red, and it's again 12 inches, so it's much larger. And I can see in other photos as well that she's got bedding on one side that's higher than the other, and that means that the hamster can actually dig and burrow and things like that. And you can see in this image here as well that I'm looking at that there's actually 2 bin cages as well, so I'm assuming she does have more than one hamster. And I can honestly, all I can say is well done. And you know something, I've just seen there in the corner of one of the cages, she looks like she's got oat spray in there, which is really good for enrichment to the hamster, because that means that they actually have to sit there and harvest the food themselves, and it means they actually have to work for their food, and that provides a lot of enrichment. So Leah, well done. Well done. Thank you so much again for learning so much and improving your care. Leah's actually in a group that I'm actually a mod in, and I'm so grateful that you decided to join me on my video today. Thank you so much for letting me use your photos. So at the start of the video I actually said that I had started this channel 5 years ago, and that I had taken a whole load of videos and photos and things like that down because I was mistreating, well not mistreating, I was misinforming people about correct hamster care. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I thought I knew what I was talking about, and I didn't. At least I registered it. There's a lot of people out there that don't know what they're talking about and don't register it, and they continue to misinform people, which is a real shame. Now, the first cage I'm going to show you of mine was, and I feel so sorry, I feel so bad, right, because this was actually a gift from my dad, and I believe it was a Christmas present. This was a Christmas present from my dad. This was my first hamster since I was an adult. I had some when I was younger, but this was like my hamster when I was old enough to understand the responsibility of owning them. This cage was Cookie's, And I still have this cage, but I only use it as a travel cage. And you can see I have a padlock on the cage, and the whole purpose for that was because when I was younger we had a hamster named Tiger who was an escape artist. She would actually monkey bar along the cage and push the cage door open, and if we weren't careful we would lose her. And I was petrified in case something like that happened with Cookie, because I have 2 cats, both of which have got high chase rate. They will hunt these animals if they can and get a chance to. So I was petrified, so I put a padlock on it in hopes that they wouldn't get out, he wouldn't be able to get out. I do still use this cage, like I said, but I only use it as a travel cage. I honestly, I don't recommend this cage at all. And when I got it, it said it was suitable for 1 Syrian, 2 dwarfs, or 2 gerbils. Now, no, just no, trust me, this is, no, just stay well clear of it. It's not a good cage at all. There's a couple of things that I will definitely bring up. You can't see it right now, but there is actually a saucer wheel, but it was only something like 6 inches long. It wasn't a proper sized wheel that a Syrian hamster could use. Another thing as well, it came with a food bowl. Now the food bowl was round, as you would expect because it's a bowl, but the way that it fitted in was it sat on the top level and it kind of hangs down, but the bit that it attaches to was square, and it meant that there were these gaps in the floor of the top level. Now, I had put rocks over them because I was really worried in case Cookie got his foot stuck and twisted it or broke it or something like that. So I'd tried my best to kind of prevent that from happening. I remember turning it into a sand bath rather than using it as an actual food dish. I didn't like it at all. The only thing that I did like about this cage, and it's not that much of a positive that you should go out there and get it, was that there was a lot of room that you could easily turn that into a giant dig pit. I could turn that into a giant dig pit. Oh my days, why didn't I think of that? So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, do me a favour and let me know if you want to see something else similar to this, because I really did enjoy seeing how people progress and things like that. And I would maybe consider making it into a mini series if I thought it was going to be something that people enjoyed watching. I do really enjoy seeing how people have improved. I love seeing the start up to the end result and how people grow and develop and things, and how people's care improve over time. I absolutely love it, and I just think it's great to see how people improve. So yeah, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Here, hold on a minute. I'm pure lit bye when I'm no bye yet, okay, so stay there. My friend CJ, who owns Perfect Hamster Cages, which is one of the pages I'm a mod of over on Facebook, actually sent me a massive package because I sat and done graphics for our page. And for you guys that have been with me for a wee while, you will know that I recently lost V back in July. And V was a very important animal to me. I've actually got a little necklace with his ashes in it. And it's got a little V, I can't get it to faces right. I'm trying my best not to get my double chin at your faces. There it is there. Right there. Well, CJ actually sent me over something very, very special, and I wanted to share it with you guys and give CJ a massive shout out. It's a little felt V. And it looks so much like him, so thank you so much, CJ. I can't thank you enough for that one, love. I really can't. Thank you so much. I'll treasure him. He takes pride of place on my coffee table. So thank you. You can go now. Bye.